Hi, everybody. Welcome to CSX in the Kitchen. Glad to be back, and we're going to do a Valentine's Day show. A real simple way of making chocolate cake. Have you heard about this craze? It's cake in a mug. Big Jim's house, our morning show at CSX. So I'm going to make cake in a mug. Now, I tried this before the show because I'm just experimenting, and my experiment was a success. It's delicious. And I mean, it takes at the most 5 minutes, and you make it in the microwave. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, there's a young kid who lives here in the house, a relative, and he never eats my food. So he comes home from school, and I go, "Hey, do you like chocolate cake?" And he's like, "Yeah." And off he went, and he hasn't been back. So I say, if you can satisfy a young kid, then you can satisfy everybody, okay? So we're gonna do cake in a mug, and this is a chocolate molten mug cake. That's what it is. You just, a few ingredients, you mix them all up, you put them in the microwave for a minute, 25 seconds, and boom, you have cake. Valentine's Day, whether you're single or you have a loved one, you could make it for yourself if you're single and have just a nice time. Or you can make it for someone you love, and it's really easy. You don't have to go to all the, the work of making a cake. It's a lot of work. I'm not a baker, but I can do this, okay? I can do this. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Okay, so we have a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. That goes in. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, right in the pool. And then we have, let's see, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Make sure you use the unsweetened because you got plenty of sugar in there. This gives it that nice chocolatey taste. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. That's what makes it rise. And okay, so now we're gonna mix these around. Oh, and a little pinch of salt, which I already put into the flour. So mix it around really good. You want it real even, so it will rise. Yeah, I mean, and there are so many recipes online for these mug cakes. I mean, it's endless, just endless. There's one that I'm gonna make, I might make it yet tonight. It's a cookies and cream cake, and you use white chocolate and Oreos crushed up. Ugh. Okay, so now we're gonna add our wet ingredients. We have a little bit of whole milk. One, they say smallish egg, but there's no such thing as a smallish egg. So just get the regular large egg. And then 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Finally, we'll do a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. That gives it a nice little taste. I love vanilla. Okay, so we're gonna mix it really good. And once it's all mixed up, we're gonna put some chocolate, little pieces of chocolate on the top. Don't push it down. And then that's what creates this molten lava that's on the inside of it. You know, on the fancy high-end restaurants where they have the molten lava chocolate cake? Well, you can make it in 5 minutes. I think that's so amazing. All right. So we're getting this nice. Make sure you get all that flour on the bottom because it sticks to the bottom. So you got to be kind of thorough about that. And for the last 2 weeks, we've been making concert announcements. I cannot believe how many concert announcements we have made. We've got Elton John, Ozzy Osbourne, Poison with Cheap Trick, Journey and Def Leppard, Skynyrd for the final tour. And Paul Simon just announced that he's going to hang it up too. They're all kind of saying, you know what? I've done this a long time. I've worked really hard. I think, and Paul Simon wants to enjoy time with his family, just like Elton John. So check the website, WCSX.com, and check must-see shows and make your concert plans because you got to budget yourself and budget your time, and it's not cheap to go to concerts anymore. But maybe you can win them for free on WCSX. We appreciate you listening. So I'm going to put like quite a bit, 4 big pieces of chocolate. Leave it there, and that is ready to go into the microwave. 1 minute, 25 seconds, and here is the result. Chocolate cake. You got that on the overhead, Tyler? Chocolate cake, right there. It's done, and it's delicious. Oh, you know what? The one thing you have to do, I missed a step, and this is a really important step because the gal who created this recipe did a lot of experimentation. She put a lot of time into it. You put a drizzle of water, just a little drizzle of water on top. Sounds weird, but that adds to the moistness of the cake. So here it is, your chocolate cake in a mug, and you're going to love it. I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for listening to WCSX. We sure appreciate it. And let them eat cake.